Okay, I'm still sick. I apologize for my voice. Today we are going to be talking about my top 5 magical worlds that I would like to live in. But before we get into the list, a shout out to today's sponsor, Skillshare. You're halfway through your NaNoWriMo project, and suddenly you realize everything you've written is terrible. What are you supposed to do now? Hello, I'm Patricia McWriter, and I'm a real author with real books that have made real sales, which is why I've created a writing course with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to explore new skills, deepen your existing passions, and explore your creativity. Well, technically, my class has never been watched. Nobody clicks on it. So maybe you should watch one of the other writing classes. Like this one, Storytelling 101, Character, Conflict, Context, and Craft by Daniel Jose Older. Skillshare has so much to explore, real projects to create, and the support of fellow creatives. Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. And it's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. And the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description gets a free trial of premium membership. Writing words is easy. Writing good words is surprisingly hard. So go check out Skillshare with the link in my description and become a great author like me. Okay, first book on my list is a book that I can't find my edition of, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I love the nonsense of classic fairy tales. There are actually several books that I pulled for this spot, but I ended up sticking with Alice because it's probably my favorite nonsense, well, that's not true. It's one of my favorite nonsense worlds, but I love the nonsensical, ridiculous nature of a lot of classic fairy tales. And I don't know that I'd want to spend the rest of my life here, but to spend a few days in Wonderland would be quite the trip. And as long as I didn't die, I think I would have a lot of fun. Going off of that, the next book on this list, or series on this list, is going to be the Wayward Children series. I am showing you book 2 in the series because I didn't like book 1, so I got rid of it, so I own every book in the series but the first one. Don't try to make sense of that. I like nonsense worlds. But anyway, every single world in this universe, in this series, every single world in this, okay, let me tell you about it. This is a take on classic fairy tales. This is a world of doorways, and these children can step through doorways, Narnia-esque, and end up into a whole new world. But then sometimes they get spit back into the original world and they're just looking to find their world again. And each book, except the first one, each book explores one of these children's worlds. And I don't care about these characters, and I don't care about the drama of the story. All I care about is exploring these worlds because they're all so whimsical and different and exciting. And I enjoy every one of these tiny little books just so I can explore a new world. Next one on the list, childhood Murphy, nostalgia Murphy wouldn't let me not have it on the list, and that's Hogwarts. I grew up in Hogwarts in my mind. I grew up exploring Hogwarts and going down the different passageways and learning magic and exploring the magical world and going on these adventures. And I have so much nostalgia wrapped up in this series. Hogwarts is such a magical place to explore, and my voice is already going, oh no. I would absolutely want to go to Hogwarts. Next book on this list, I'm sure you're surprised it's not the number 1 pick, but it's my number 2 pick, and that is Neverland. I love this world. It's a classic fairy tale. It's nonsense, but it's nonsense in the most exciting way, not so much in an overwhelming way like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I'm so sorry for my voice. Wonderland is full of exciting adventures, and around every corner there's danger, but in the most childlike way. The way Peter Pan describes his feud with Captain Hook, and the way Peter Pan casually discusses chopping off someone's hand, or the impending doom, or you might fall out of the sky and die. Whoops, I forgot to watch out for you. The level of fear that should be in this world, but instead it's still treated with this childlike, cavalier sort of way is so fun to me. It's wonderful and whimsical, yet somehow also terrifying if you think about it, and I love this world for it. If I had Peter Pan watching out for me in Neverland, I think I'd be even more scared because this kid does not have a concept for healthy fear is all I can think of how to describe that. Sensibility, maybe? I love this world, and I would love to hang out here, but I'd also be scared the whole time. My number one world that I would like to visit / live in is going to be Middle Earth, more specifically, the Shire. You have two types of Lord of the Rings readers. The people who say, just skip the Shire, it doesn't actually matter to the story. You're wrong. And there's the people who say, the Shire might be my favorite part. Every time I reread this book, series, whatever you want to call it, every time I reread The Lord of the Rings, I take my time in the Shire very, very slowly. Sometimes I'll read it twice before I move forward. Actually, the truth is I've pulled this book off of my shelf and that book off of my shelf more than once just to read the Shire and then put it back. I like to go on the adventure too, but I love the Shire so much. And out of all of these worlds, the Shire is the only place that I would just go ahead and spend the rest of my life there. I don't need to visit. I'll live. I love the slow, quiet life of the Shire. I don't love the passive aggression that the hobbits have for each other, but it is funny to read about. I love their love for food, and I love their love for community and for quiet and for peace and for just slowing down and enjoying life. I am a mover. I'm the type of person that tends to pack my schedule a little too tight and take on a little bit too many projects. And I constantly have to remind myself to just slow down and appreciate the day. Just slow down and breathe and like look at what's around you and think about it a little bit instead of like going to the next thing. And the Shire is like the perfect epitome of what I'm trying to insert into my life. I'm trying to have that balance. And the Shire, yeah, it's too much of that, but it appeals to me so much. I could talk about the Shire for a really long time, so I'll quit before my voice quits, but I would live here for the rest of my life and be very happy, especially if I could be a Bilbo or a Frodo, where this is where I live and this is who I am, but every now and then I can go out on an adventure, maybe almost die a few times, and then come back to the Shire. So there you go, those are the top 5 worlds that I would either like to visit or live. I'm very curious what you guys would say, what are the 5 or even just the 1 world that you would just love to run away to. Be sure to chat with me more about this in the comments. I post videos most weekdays. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.